Alrighty, so with Crimson Harvest happening, it is not a very friendly place today in Udema, and I'm not going to try and do any ratting or anything in here. That's not going to happen. But I am going to go and take a look at a few things in here. We'll see where the action is. Yeah, the 90% loot drops means there's going to be a shit ton of people killed today. So, you know, it's not a good day to be flying freight. It's actually not a good month to be flying freight. So there's gonna be a lot of kills, and the drops are gonna be really high, real heavy. So we'll see here who's I think we'll watch this gate just a little bit. See what's happening.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Bratlet just followed.
Bratlet, thank you for the follow, welcome. So, I don't know, you know, like, where the next action is exactly going to be. It's hard to say. If a bunch of these go flashy and we don't have something going on here, we'll know that, you know, that something's happened, but that we missed it. And, oh, kind of like that. So, couple of, you know, 4 of them. So they hit something that probably wasn't very big. And here come the capsules. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have ever sat and watched stuff like this before, but it can get pretty hairy. There is a lot of hostiles in the system here, and so see here.
Cheetahs crowded bay engines hum, cargo bound for Emma, here we come, through space where dangers often loom, Kara at the helm, no time for gloom, our course is set, our mission clear, in the Horla's gambit we show no fear.
I'm showing fear today. you know, not worth flying freighters today. So now your limit's about 500 million instead of a billion.
Mars dock, the journey's ending.
Hauling traffic will be slower for a while, yeah. And if you're willing to haul, you're gonna get paid well. After a couple of days of nobody running anything,
With tales of risk and
the pay will go
reward
up.
so grand in the Holer's gambit, we take our stand. For every hole through dark and light, in the Holer's gambit, we chase the night.
There's this guy called Gank Support.
Through your dama shadows we glide, pirates lurking nowhere to hide. With a steady hand and a prayer so tight, we race through the stars into the night. Holer's life, it's a risky game. In the skies
I'm in a
above,
Dominix.
we make our name.
We're just watching this gate for a few minutes, and then we'll probably move on.
Polar spirit, fierce and free, in the starry night, our legacy. With each new route we dare the flight, in the Holer's gambit we chase the night.
Through your dama shadows we glide, pirates lurking nowhere to hide. With a steady hand and a prayer so tight, we race through the stars into the night. Holer's life, it's a risky game. In the skies above, we make our name.
Hey Slim, I haven't seen you for a while. Life's pretty good. Went through the hurricane here. Stuff, still alive, still kicking.
I'm an equal opportunity ass kicker.
Slemtker_ just subscribe.
Blam,
Thanks for the content.
109 months. Yep. Let's see here. How about 9,810 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you for that, Slam. Much appreciated. All right, let's go check out another spot. Maybe we'll. I got some other gank songs here.
Warp drive active.
Catalysts are a nasty thing.
Dragons have balls of steel.
Hagop.
13 just
A
subscribed.
fiery ring.
Look at that. 59 months. Your streak got broken?
Ganking
Yeah, I don't know.
is their desire.
Twitch is a
Ships
enigma.
delivering a ring of fire.
Hagop, 59 months.
My freighter
2,360 gold.
is on fire. I went boom, boom, boom.
2,360 gold to everybody here in Hagop's honor.
Got
Thank you, thank you.
brighter, and it burns, burns, burns. Fleet, fleet of fire. Fleet of fire. My freighter is on fire. I went boom, 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 and the flames got brighter, and it burns, burns, burns. Fleet of fire. Fleet of fire. The taste of lead so sweet.
Oh, Slim. Well, you haven't played in a few years. The game is really good right now. It's in some of the best shape that I've seen. There are, of course, problems, but it's in some of the best shape that I've seen in a long time. Overall.
But the ride was wild.
Test still around? Yes, but it is
on fire.
a mere glimpse of its former self.
Went boom, 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 and the flames got brighter, and it burns, burns, burns. Fleet of fire. Fleet of fire. My freighter is on fire. I went boom, 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 and the flames got brighter, and it burns, burns, burns. Fleet of fire. Fleet of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. Fleets of fire. Fleet of fire. Fleet fire.
Beats of fire. Sounds so sad. You know? He's just all sad. Fleets of fire. Oh no. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Reykjavik. The Sunesis and Heron, they're common support ships out here. See here. So, just keeping an eye out here for a little bit. There's plenty of people out here who would just love to gank you, you know? Plenty of that out here. Magic Man. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there, but I guess it's a compliment. Now, I've never really been one to go out ganking, but I don't mind seeing a good show. Somebody else getting it happening to them. So, oh, there's Noblesk. He's flying through here. He must be empty or something. I mean, anybody who's hauling through here right now, with it, okay, so normally the loot rate drop is like 50%, and so with it being 90%, if you're regularly able to carry like 1 billion with you on a journey, well, you probably have to cut it down by half on the amount that you're carrying to stay outside of the limits of being, you know, a target. So yeah, I used to do some anti-ganker gameplay a long time ago, but what happened is that the gankers got tired of me doing stuff for anti-ganking, and they then came after me. Loot Goblin, skipped right over you. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. I don't see everything. So, where can I find a good Loki Crimson Harvest fit? Exclamation point fits. Never done, so you don't know what idea for fit? Yeah, Eve Workbench has fits up today. They, for Crimson Harvest 2024. So there's probably something on the homepage there, and I would look there first. Whether or not a Loki is the right thing to use, I cannot say. So, now I understand Fred and Harriet, their podcast, they've been talking about ganking stuff with the Crimson Harvest event. Let's take a look.
All right, so you're a freighter pilot, right?
That's right.
Well, then this deep dive into EVE Online's Crimson Harvest is
EVE.
going to be right up your alley.
Sounds exciting. I'm eager to learn more about what to expect during this month of mayhem.
Mayhem is putting it
Welcome
lightly.
to the Dragons.
Crimson Harvest isn't just
Mr.
some
Nepo
event
just
you see.
followed.
Really?
It's more like, well, it's like CCP rewrote the rules of New Eden just for this month.
Wow. Okay, so what exactly changes during Crimson Harvest?
Basically, everything's about to get a whole lot
Napo,
more
thank you for the follow.
intense.
Intense how?
Think more PvP combat, bigger profits, and a whole lot more risk no matter where you go in New Eden.
You mean like high sec, low sec, null sec?
All of it. Wormhole Sisters too, even Pockfin. Nowhere safe.
I see. So this
Pockfin?
90% loot drop
I
rate
thought it was
everyone's talking about.
Pochvin.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Not every day you get a chance to salvage that much from your enemies.
Right. So what's the story there? What's driving all this conflict?
It all boils down to two factions. The Order of Tetrimon and the Blood Raider Covenant.
The Order of Tetrimon.
Yeah,
They're the ones obsessed with purity. Right?
that's them.
Yeah.
And to them, the Blood Raiders, well, they're basically the ultimate abomination.
And the Blood Raiders, I imagine they're not too keen
Yeah,
on
Slim.
the Order either.
Let's just say their idea of religious devotion involves harvesting blood from their enemies. Not exactly the peaceful type.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this isn't just some random event CCT cooked up. It's tied to the lore, the factions.
It's all connected. Gives the event a bit more weight, don't you think?
It does. So how does it actually play out in the game? Is it just random skirmishes all over the place?
It's more like
Right. I think
organized
we,
chaos.
Organized chaos.
Both these factions, they have their own
Thank
territory.
you. Appreciate
see?
the cost
But
breakdown
the
of the
fighting,
packs.
it
Yeah.
spills over, creates these
Well-
flashpoints of PvP combat.
So it could be a small skirmish or...
A lot of
or
Eve
a
players are
massive fleet
nerds.
engagement, and that 90%
You're welcome.
loot drop, that just throws gasoline on the fire. Every fight, every destroyed ship,
Yeah, we're gonna
it's
go
a
find a
potential
site.
gold mine.
Yeah, I bet.
While
Especially
we're
for someone
listening
like
to
me
Fred
who,
and Harriet here.
flies a freighter. That's got to be... a bit
Freighters.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you and me both. Freighters aren't exactly known for winning fights. We're basically giant, lumbering treasure chests just begging to get blown up.
That's an accurate description, unfortunately.
Tell me about it. Freighter pilots become
Welcome to
public
the
enemy number
Dragons.
1 during Crimson
Fire
Harvest.
resist.
Too
To
tempting a
just
target with
followed.
all that loot.
So what's a freighter pilot like me supposed to do? Dock up and hide until it's over?
You could, but where's the fun in that?
All right, there's got to be a way to navigate this whole thing, right?
There's always a way. First rule of Crimson Harvest, especially if you're hauling precious cargo. There's safety in numbers.
You mean like traveling in a fleet?
Exactly. A lone freighter is an easy target, but a whole fleet, that makes people think twice.
Makes sense.
What else?
I'm looking
Choose
for the
your routes
map.
carefully. Stick to high security systems. You know, places where Conquered or a strong player alliance will make pirates think twice.
So basically, don't fly through nullsec unless I have a death wish.
Pretty much.
Got it. So it's all about being smart, planning ahead, maybe making some friends along the way.
Cooperation is key in EVE, especially during
In
events
EVE.
like this. So we've
Man.
talked about how to survive, maybe even make a killing during Crimson Harvest. But what about those who'd rather avoid the whole pirate thing altogether?
Well, Crimson Harvest has something for everyone, even if you prefer to keep your ship docked up, safe and sound.
You're talking about those daily login rewards, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every day, just for logging in, you can snag some goodies.
And those are available to both Alpha and Omega clones, right?
That's right. Though naturally, Omega clones get a bit more.
Naturally. So, what kind of goodies are we talking about here? What can players expect to get their hands on?
Think boosters, skins, even some Evermarks, but the real prize for Omega players.
All right,
Up to
we're heading out of here.
650,000 skill points over the course of the whole event.
Wow, that's not nothing. Definitely gives you an edge. But logging in is just the beginning, right? There are those daily challenges too.
Now, those are where things get a little more
For Concord response, yeah,
interesting.
fleets
Interesting
attack.
how so.
That would be
Well, for
interesting.
starters, they change every day. Keeps things fresh. But the best part, they're designed to appeal to every playstyle.
So you're not just catering to the PvP crowd.
Nope. Some challenges involve combat, sure, get you right in the thick of it. But there's others that are all about exploration, mining, even industry.
So even if you're not the type to go hunting for fights, you can still get in on the action.
Exactly. Let's say you're an industrialist, building ships for the war effort.
Yeah.
You're still contributing, still reaping the rewards.
Speaking of rewards, it wouldn't be an EVE online event without some shiny new toys to show off. What about the cosmetics? I hear there are some pretty sweet skins this time around.
Oh, Crimson Harvest never disappoints in the visual department. We're talking brand new skins, all inspired by the event's themes.
Give me the rundown. What
They're
kind of
nice.
themes are we talking about? Spooky. Bloody.
Think eerie glows, blood red accents, maybe even some skeletal designs for that extra touch of menace.
So you can make your spaceship look like it just crawled out of a graveyard. Nice.
Something like that. And it's not just about looking the part. Some of these skins, they become highly
I
sought
didn't do
after.
any
Collectors,
sites yet.
you know how
I'm,
it is.
Oh, for sure.
heading
Limited
out.
time stuff always creates a
Looking.
frenzy.
Exactly. Creates a
There
whole
might be
mini
some here,
economy
but this
around
is
the
just
event.
too busy of an
People
area right
buying,
here.
Selling, trading, all trying to get their hands on that must-have item.
Sounds like you need a degree in economics just to navigate the market during Crimson Harvest.
It helps. Understanding supply and demand, anticipating trends. That's how you come out ahead.
So even if you're not out there shooting or getting shot at, there are still plenty of ways to get involved.
That's the beauty of EVE Online, isn't it?
It really is something else.
It's not just about combat. It's about finding your niche, whether it's through daily challenges, collecting rare skins, or playing the market. There's a place
Yeah.
for everyone in New Eden.
And Crimson Harvest, with its heightened stakes, it just throws gasoline on an already raging fire.
Exactly. The effects are felt everywhere. It's not just about what happens to individual players. It's about how the entire universe shifts around them.
You're talking about the balance of power, right?
This
Alliances
one's
changing,
not too-
territories being fought over.
Not very many
Exactly.
people
Crimson
in here.
Harvest acts as a catalyst. The influx of resources, the potential for huge
But
profits.
there's
Yeah.
none of the
makes people
sites
do
here.
crazy things.
I remember reading about this one incident a few years back during Crimson Harvest.
Oh, yeah.
Two major alliances. They'd been tight for years. But then Crimson Harvest hit, and suddenly they were at each other's throats over some prime territory. Just goes to show the stakes are high enough to make even the closest allies rethink their loyalties.
Greed and ambition, they're powerful motivators, even in a game. But you're right, it's not just about territory.
Camera
The
shake.
economic side of things can get just as cutthroat. All those looted goods flooding the market.
Causes some serious ripples, right? Prices fluctuating, fortunes being made and lost.
Precisely. Crimson Harvest is a crash course in economics, EVE style.
Except instead of stocks and bonds, we're dealing with spaceships, minerals, and the occasional blood-crazed cult.
Adds a certain
All right.
charm, don't you think?
You could say that.
Here's
but at the
some
end of the day,
Crimson
the
stuff.
underlying principles are the same. Understand the
Let's
forces
go in
at
and take a
play.
look.
Adapt to the changing landscape.
And you just might come out ahead.
So what you're saying is, Crimson Harvest might be a limited time event, but it's got the power to create lasting change.
Absolutely.
You cannot
The actions
do warp
players
while
take during this
warping.
month.
Oh, I guess I'm already
They have
warping.
consequences.
Okay.
Consequences that can echo throughout New Eden long after the event itself is over. But, you know, we've talked a lot about the practical side of Crimson Harvest. The loot, the challenges, the market swings. But there's another aspect to this whole thing, something that I think gets at the heart of what makes EVE Online so unique.
We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
We have loot, challenges, the market.
But there's this underlying energy to Crimson Harvest, this sense that anything could happen. It's like the rules, they're just different.
You've hit on something crucial there, you see, something that sets EVE Online apart. Player agency. In New Eden, especially during Crimson Harvest, players aren't just along for the ride. They're the ones writing the story.
So it's not CCP,
It's the players, through their choices, their actions, who decide how this whole thing unfolds. And that's what makes Crimson Harvest so fascinating.
Oh, so?
Think about it. The stakes are through the roof. Fortunes can be made or lost overnight. It's enough to make anyone crack under pressure.
Right. I mean, we've already talked about how alliances can fall apart.
Exactly. And then you have these lone wolves seeing an opportunity to make a name for themselves in all the chaos.
What's that game? With the board and the pieces?
Chess.
Chess, yeah, like a giant game of chess, except with, you know, lasers and spaceships.
Podcast name,
Betrayal.
Fred and Harriet's
The galaxy
podcast.
becomes a very different place during Crimson Harvest. And that unpredictability, that's what keeps people hooked.
I can see why. Never a dull moment.
Never. You never know how things will play out, whose plans will come crashing down, and whose will rise from the ashes. And that brings us back to you.
This site
our
seems
freighter
pretty
pilot.
simple so
Oh.
far.
Crimson Harvest, you see, it's not just about dodging pirates or making a quick buck. It's about understanding that you're part of something
Now,
much
I don't
bigger.
know
cog
if
in
we're
the machine,
supposed
as
to,
they say.
More like a single star in a galaxy. Your actions,
you
they
know,
have
like if we have
ripples.
to
They
scram the
affect
final
everyone,
guy or something.
Everything.
I don't
So
know.
Pay attention. Watch how the power shifts. See who comes out on top.
And adapt.
Exactly. Adapt. Learn. Because Crimson Harvest, it's a time of great upheaval, but it's also a time of great opportunity.
So, to sum it all up for our listener out there,
This is a normal combat
what
site?
would you say is the most
Oh.
important thing to remember during
Well then.
Crimson Harvest?
Knowledge. Awareness.
So I needed to go
Keep your
Crimson
eyes open,
Gauntlet?
your ears to the ground. The most valuable cargo you can carry isn't in your hold. It's
All
up
right.
here.
He's right, you know? This whole conversation, it's really made me appreciate just how complex, how alive EVE Online really is.
It's a universe of possibilities.
And during Crimson Harvest.
those possibilities, they're amplified, they have teeth.
Well said. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into Crimson Harvest. Hopefully our listener out there is feeling a little more prepared to face the storm.
And who knows? Maybe they'll be the ones shaping the very fabric of New Eden.
I'll just finish
Now,
this
wouldn't that
site
be
since I'm
something?
here.
Until next time, fly safe out there.
Yeah.
And may your Crimson Harvest be profitable, exciting, and most importantly,
Uniquely yours.
All right. Yeah, they were a little gooberish on that one. I'll admit. Oh, I didn't bring a MTU with me. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what kind of music I got for doing this next site here. There we go. All right, Crimson Gauntlet. Here we go.
Warp drive active.
Markee Dragon's got a pitiful plight. He named his drone from Billy to Sue, but he leaves them behind. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, Markee, why'd you leave them all alone? Your drones are drifting in the cosmic zone.
Somebody's already in this one.
You hit warp speed and away you flew.
Go to the other one.
Left your drones behind. Oh, Markee, boo-hoo. Lost in space like tears in the rain. Markee's heart aches a pilot's pain. He warps off fast, forgets his crew, like a cowboy's horse without a shoe. Oh, Markee, why'd you leave them all alone? Your drones are drifting in the cosmic zone. You hit warp
Oh, they scrammed me.
and away you
Jumped
flew.
anyway.
Left
Oh, they were
your
neuting me too.
drones
Wow.
behind. Oh, Markee, boo.
Oh, they're warping to me again? Well, shit. All right.
In the tavern, they all shake their head.
I see how it's gonna be.
Markee's drones lost their signals dead. He's like a cowboy who lost his ride. All forgets his heart every time.
Oh, come on.
he
Oh,
tries.
this is not gonna be good.
Now Markee sits, his ship's barred in. His Huapei's gone warm.
What the hell are my drones doing? What are they fighting? I don't even see what they're fighting.
He's learning lessons hard and true.
The ship is not doing very well with this.
Hopes his drones can forgive him too. Oh, Markee, why'd you leave them all alone? Your drones are drifting in the
Oh my god, I got so many of them. They're scramming me.
And away you flew. Left your drones behind. Oh, Markee, boo-hoo. So if you spot drones adrift, think of Markee's tale. Don't let your own fleet stray in this cosmic gale. Scoop them up, keep them close, show them the light. Hold on tight to your drones, make their futures bright.
Well, this is fucked. This is not looking good.
Capacitor is
Alright, this ship's not doing too well. Uh-oh, they may have me again. Yeah, they got me again. Yeah, we're gonna need a Gila for these. This no cap stuff. They just scrammed me again. Gee whiz. Here. Alright, got out of there. Oh. Well, well, well. That was a little rough. You know, even in a battleship, that was a little rough. You know, a rattlesnake would be really nice in here, but I think a rattlesnake would be too big of a target. And so gotta consider doing something else here. Let's see here. So I got pretty beat up there. I don't see any okay, we'll fix ourselves here then. Nick Paws, no ads running. Or is there? So I don't know. Was there ads running? I don't know. I turned them on. Oh man, yeah. So we got the ad. Do we have ads running? I gotta bring up my ads manager. See here. Trying to figure out. You're using a Gila and it's working great? Okay, good. Yeah.
The capacitor is empty.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So for the ad stuff, I'll work better on managing that. I gotta figure that stuff out a little bit better. Yeah, I forgot that I set that. And because I was gonna I was gonna do it so that we can we can keep pre-rolls from running. But I still gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so I'm headed back to Jita.
You, sir, rock.
Serpent
see here.
123457 just subscribed for 4 months.
Serpent,
Winning.
thank you for the sub. All right. Let's see here. Set destination. All right. So, here we go.
Warp drive active.
We'll get out of here and get repaired up. That didn't work out quite as planned. So, Serpent, thank you so much. 4 months as a sub. 40 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Bagu_0 just followed.
Baga, thank you for following. Welcome. Oh, man.
Warp drive active.
I desperately want to get my other computer back. You're just using a command ship? Well, so I got to be able to be fully nuded, right?
Welcome to the Dragons.
Because their newt pressure seems to be pretty hard.
256 just followed.
Oh, and you know what? Was I even supposed to do a Crimson site? I chose the Crimson side. Maybe I was supposed to be doing a Tetrimon site. Holy cow, I probably did the wrong thing. I was probably doing the wrong site. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I entered my Tetrimon site. I went into the wrong site, too. Oh my goodness. It's like a train wreck. Yeah, it's a train wreck. I'm driving the train. It's amazing I didn't blow up there.
Warp drive active.
So I think that, you know, maybe I'll just run an Omni Gila or something. They're not very expensive. They can, an Omni Gila, my Omni Gila fit can run with 0 cap. And I'd love to fly a rattlesnake around to these things, but I think a rattlesnake's too expensive and potentially is a gank target. So, you know. But I think a rattlesnake would run it, would be fun. Aggro's high, so drones aren't great. Yeah, well, I just, I actually didn't know what to expect. So, if I look back at previous years and go off of that, in previous years, it's been this way as well. And I could have just started there, but I don't always assume that things are going to be the same. A lot of times, I'm like, it's, likely that they're going to make changes and everything. So,
Warp drive active.
at least that's what I think. I also wonder if these sites are available in null. I haven't looked at any of that. So I might want to do it in null as well. This guy here is a high sec guy, and I want that torrent skin. Now the thing about running a Gila, and if it gets drone aggro, and the Gila has a 5x bonus to drone durability, and so if I take out faction drones on top of that, then I'll have about a 10x durability. You have to be a goon in space for the highest prizes. Sleipnir is almost AFK? Interesting. Hot sales for Sleipnirs.
Warp drive active.
That's the Sleipnir that he used. Okay, I'll take a look at that. I don't even know if I can run a Sleipnir with this guy. Let's see. Nope. Probably don't have the guns trained up or anything. This computer is struggling
Docking permission requested. Docking request
with
accepted.
with stuff. Yeah, you have some unallocated skill points. I probably do too. I probably have a bunch I can redeem. I think I have a few things here to redeem. What is that?
It's a raid!
Oh, it's a raid. Woo!
Welcome to the Dragon.
I forget what.
Hope you're here to stay.
We got the redneck country version.
Welcome to the Dragons, where you see how Eve is well played. Now prepare to get flamed.
All right. Thank you, Lord Cal. Much appreciated. So let's see what I got here. Oh, yeah, I probably have enough. 6.8 million. I could probably do the Sleipnir. In fact, I'm almost positive I could. Let's see here.
Please take extra care during our renovation works. Be sure to bring your ration card when visiting any of the station's illustrious restaurants. The choices may be limited, but the honor of your sacrifice isn't.
All right, let me see here. Oh, looks like I'm not too far off on it. Tractor beams. All right. 479. Let me see if I can even get it. Yeah, I knew they'd be up in price. Where'd it get put? I know I just bought everything. There it is.
From war to minerals to the charges in our rail station honors, your industry is the leading party that drives Kalkari operates.
Pilot, please be careful of the debris as you are undocking.
Stay around 20. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to train some stuff up. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you in the next episode.